母语学习法的学习素材要有3个特点：一、实用的素材要足够简单；二、必须要包含情景，而不是孤立的记忆单词或者语法；三、需要大量聆听和模仿，制造沉浸的语言环境。所以我做了这个根据电影改编的英文故事来给大家练习听力。我们开始吧。
Okay, the story starts with a man on a black and white TV screen. He's telling us about a very special play called Asteroid City and the writer who dreamed it up, a thoughtful person named Conrad. We even get a peek of Conrad thinking hard, with lots of papers, making this new world come alive in his head. Now let's dive into the colorful world of the play itself. The story happens in a tiny, very quiet desert town called Asteroid City. It's 1955. This town isn't famous for much except for a giant hole in the ground where a meteorite, fell a super long time ago. Every year they have a special event for junior stargazers where smart kids and their families come from all over to show off their amazing science inventions. A station wagon looking a bit dusty from the road pulls into town. Inside is Auggie, a dad whose job is taking photographs. With him are his super smart teenage son Woodrow and his 3 little girls. Oh, their car sputters and stops working. Auggie feels a heavy sadness inside him, a secret he hasn't shared yet. The children's mom, his wife, had just passed away a few weeks ago, and he couldn't bring himself to tell them. His heart ached just thinking about it. Auggie calls Stanley, the kid's grandpa. Stanley's voice is firm on the phone, telling Auggie it's time to tell the children the truth. So, with a lump in his throat, Auggie gathers his kids. The desert wind seemed to whisper around them as he explained. Tears welled up in their eyes, and a big wave of sadness washed over the little family. While they're stuck, they meet Midge, who is a famous actress you'd see in movies. She's with her daughter Dinah, who is also very bright and a junior stargazer. Midge is very pretty, but her eyes look a little tired, like she's seen a lot. When Auggie talks to Midge, he feels a little flutter, something he hadn't felt in a long time. Woodrow and Dinah start to spend time together too, sharing ideas and shy smiles. Soon more people arrive for the convention. General Gibson, who is in charge of the event, a very clever scientist named Dr. Hickenlooper, other young inventors with their proud parents, a kind school teacher, June, with her class of excited elementary school students, and even a band that plays cheerful cowboy music. Everyone is getting ready for the awards and celebrations by the big crater. General Gibson starts to give a speech. The desert sun is warm. Suddenly a hush falls over the crowd. A bright, strange light appears in the sky. It gets bigger and closer. It's a spaceship, silent and silver, hovering right above them. Everyone just stares, their mouths open. A ramp slides down and a tall, thin alien steps out. It looks around with big, curious eyes. It doesn't make a sound, it just glides over to the famous meteorite, the one that made the crater. It picks up a piece of the meteorite. Auggie, even though his hands are a little shaky, quickly raises his camera and click, he got a picture. What was that? Whispered one of the young stargazers, eyes wide with disbelief. General Gibson, his face suddenly very stern, announced in a loud voice, "Attention everyone, nobody leaves this town. As of this moment, Asteroid City is under military quarantine. Soldiers arrive, and big fences go up. Nobody can leave. Doctors in white coats check everyone to make sure they're not sick from the alien. People feel trapped and a little scared. What was going to happen? Auggie and Midge find quiet moments to talk, sharing their worries and their dreams. Midge is very understanding about Augie's quiet sadness. Woodrow, Dinah, and the other smart kids don't just sit around. They use their science gadgets to try and send a message to the alien. They are more curious than afraid. One of them even sneakily calls a newspaper to tell the whole world about the alien in Asteroid City. The secret is out. Then, just as everyone is wondering if they'll ever leave, the spaceship comes back. It gently drops the meteorite piece back where it was. But wait, there are new, strange marks on it now, like the alien had been studying it and put a little tag on it. General Gibson wants to keep the quarantine going, but everyone else has had enough. The kids, the scientists, and the parents all decide to protest. They use some of the kids' funny inventions, like a ray gun that just makes silly noises, and a machine that creates harmless, colorful smoke to show the soldiers they want to go home. Finally, the general agrees, and the quarantine is lifted. Auggie and his family are the last ones to pack their mended car. Woodrow won an award for his invention, and he feels proud and happy. Midge gives Auggie her address on a little piece of paper so they can write letters. As they drive away from Asteroid City, Auggie looks out at the vast desert, a tiny feeling of hope starting to grow in his heart. And then we're back with the man on the black and white TV. He tells us that Conrad, the writer, was a genius. We see a quick scene where the actor who played Auggie in the play is talking to the play's director. The actor says he doesn't always understand what the play is really about. The director smiles kindly and says that's okay. Just keep telling the story, he advises. Sometimes stories are a bit like life, a little confusing, a little mysterious, but they make us feel all sorts of things, and that's what matters.
你太棒了，你学完了全部内容，你离英语自由又近了一步，下个视频见。